There is controversy over new plans to reduce the amount that banks must refund to victims of online scams. Under scams, criminals use a web of deceit to trick people into transferring large sums of money out of their accounts. Now, the cut in the planned maximum refund comes despite a sharp rise in this kind of fraud, as our consumer editor Choi reports.
The text that cost £436,000, it looked like it was from Rita Toor's card provider querying a transfer. But it was from criminals who emptied her accounts, leaving her devastated.
I just wanted to hide myself away. There were times when I didn't want to live, Chris. I didn't.
Budgery.
With one of her children ill, she was distracted when fraudsters struck. Criminals posing as banking officials convinced her her money was at risk unless she moved it. But the safe account they suggested was theirs.
The FCA is running an investigation at this moment in time. So they would in contact with you, obviously, to verify.
She was coached to deceive bank staff, who the fraudster claimed could be criminals.
What was that moment like when the penny finally dropped and you realised this is all a con?
It was awful. I've never ever felt that bad in my life.
The criminals had told her to visit a branch and transfer money urgently. Lloyd later accepted an ombudsman's decision that they could have done more to question the payments, and they made a partial refund. This former police investigator, who was also a banking insider, has a stark warning.
When you look at the fact that this organised crime group that targeted Rita are still out there, there's going to be many, many more victims.
Almost £460 million was lost to this type of fraud last year, with cases up 12%. New rules proposed mandatory compensation up to £415,000 from next month, but today that was reduced to £85,000.
Haven't you simply caved in to lobbying from the banks and other big financial firms?
By setting a limit at £85,000, we are capturing over 99% of those claims.
But what about the others that have lost even more? They're still victims.
So this is an absolutely devastating crime. I completely agree with that. What we want to do is make sure that the majority of people get their money back as quickly and easily as possible.
But fraud victims want banks that profit from modern payment systems to also bear the full losses when those systems are abused. Choi, ITV News.